Welcome back to another vlog. This is Dirty Pair, episode 23, I think. Something about condos and beautiful women. I can never remember the titles of these. This is a commission vlog for Bennett Jackson. So to start off with, I know this is sort of the end of the series and sort of not. 2 episodes were produced after this. The series was canceled before they could be aired, and they were later released as an OAV. Unless Bennett tells me otherwise, I'm going to proceed under the assumption that he wants me to watch that as well, so I will still be watching those 2 episodes over the next 2 months. Other than that, looking at this from the perspective of people who watched this show as a TV show back when it was new, what a way to go out with a whimper. Like, going out on one of the last couple of episodes would have been a lot better than this kind of episode. But that is what it went out on. It went out kind of because that's what this episode is. It's not bad, exactly. It's not bad. It's not, actively gross or harmful or anything. It's not hurting anyone. It's just not super exciting or funny. It's just kind of Kay and Yuri in a room with a slowly growing cast of extras who aren't that interesting in themselves. They're pretty much all characters we've seen before. The kind of a little bit pervy, overweight guy, the handsome thief, the obnoxious brat, the crooked cop. There's nobody who's at all an interesting character here, which, they mentioned Agatha Christie in the last episode on the next segment. I don't always watch those, but sometimes I do. This one I happen to. So I guess it's kind of like an Agatha Christie parody, with the dark and stormy night outside and all these characters gathered in this apartment, and the suspicion that one is a serial killer, yay. But the one Agatha Christie book I've read was basically a pile of stock characters too, and the crime was solved by being really racist. And not even modern day racist. This was one European country being racist against another one racist. It had plenty of the racism of white people against brown people too, but it also had this national stereotype thing going on. It was weird. That fortunately wasn't going on here. But we still had 3 characters straight out of central casting. 4, I should say. Yeah. Didn't really do it for me. This was a Yuri-centric episode, and it gave Yuri the opportunity to shine, but it did so kind of at the expense of Kay. I prefer when both girls get to do it, and in this one, Kay was just kind of there to be the exposition monkey. Which, again, if they're parodying detective stuff, then okay, Yuri is the detective, and Kay is the, clueless sidekick that the detective explains things to. I just don't like the idea of one of the Dirty Pair being a sidekick to the other. I feel like their dynamic works best when they're on equal footing. In past episodes, yes, mostly it's been more Kei takes the lead and Yuri is a sidekick. In the episodes where they did that, that doesn't mean that Yuri takes the lead and Kei as a sidekick is a solution to that. It's presenting them as equals. And giving them both opportunities to do their thing. That said, Yuri's solution was actually pretty clever. Dump a bunch of sweet tea over the guy. Not sweet tea like southern sweet tea, but tea that had a lot of sugar in it. And then tell him that the bird would identify the killer and release the bird. And have it go after the person that she already strongly suspected was the killer. And then when he lashes out, revealing he's the killer, haha, they've got it. Tricking people into revealing themselves is always fun. That's definitely something I like as a twist in murder mystery kind of stuff. When a character responds to, how did you know that I blah blah blah, and the character responds, well, you just told me. Like, I always love that moment. In part because I've gotten to be the one saying, you just told me once. That was fun. And my little sister will never forgive me for it. I caught her. Yeah, but in terms of this episode, like, as an episode, you can really feel the sense that the show is losing steam. Kind of coming apart as it comes to an end. Like, this is a very limited environment with very little action. A lot of the characters just sitting around talking, almost like a bottle episode, which is not a concept that makes any sense in animation. The closest would be an episode built out of previously created assets, and even that is only really a thing in modern CG animation. I don't know that it would save you much effort. I guess you could recycle. I mean, recycling animations is a thing, but that's done constantly in older animation anyway. So I don't know that you would save much by reusing old environments. Where a bottle show in live action, the whole point is that you're saving money by using pre-existing sets and props and so on. You don't need anything new. And you're sticking just to the core cast, you don't have to hire more people. Like, again, none of that really applies in animation. So they managed to create the feeling of something being done on a shoestring budget, despite spending as much money as a regular episode. That seems counterproductive. It would be one thing if they were going for a kind of stylistic kind of quote-unquote bad episode for our entertainment. But that's really not what this was. Some pretty bad pacing issues, too. Like, it just kind of dragged. Yeah, just not a very strong episode. And that's saddening, because the show felt like it was back. Like, it was really running strong the last few episodes. And now it's just kind of... So that's pretty disappointing. But there's still 2 episodes left, which hopefully will be stronger. And even if not, there's still Dirty Pair. I still love Dirty Pair. Even an episode, I can still get some enjoyment out of. Because the characters of Kei and Yuri are so great. And because I enjoy parodies of all these action and sci-fi and mystery and so on genres. It's just that it has the potential to be great, as we've seen in a few episodes, and it just doesn't always live up to it, and that's disappointing. Anyway, I think that's about it. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Patreon for early access to vlogs, essays, let's plays, and more. And I'll see you all next time. Bye!